When I heard that it was going to take anywhere from 3, 6 to 8 months to have my tiny cabin built, I was like, whoa, summertime, what on earth am I going to do? In a few different ways. First, spending the gas money, where am I going to travel to, and will I be able to beat the heat? I made a plan. It's a sketchy plan, but it's a plan. I'm already starting to implement the plan as I patiently, on a daily basis, patiently wait for my tiny cabin to be built. Today, I want to share with you some of what my plan is and how this plan looks so different and is so different from years gone by as a nomad. Hope you'll join me. Linda here, Serene and Simple Life, with today's Sit and Share Sunday. The topic I am going to share with you today is about my 3 to 8 month journey that I'm on now while I wait for my tiny cabin to be built. OMG. When I first heard it could be up to 8 months till my tiny cabin was built, and that was back in April, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do till October or November while I wait? And at first it was like, well, that's a silly thought, Linda. You've been doing nomad life for 2.5 years. Why would you be concerned now about passing the time when you have no stationary structure for this length of time? And then I realized what the difference was, what was playing havoc in my mind. The last 2 years as a nomad, I have had a stationary destination that I was headed to come April, by April. First couple months of the year at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous in Quartzsite, Arizona. Before that, craft shows in 2019 and 2018 from October or September till December, and just kind of moving around at through the craft shows in Texas. And then come February or March, now I'm gearing up, maybe a little bit of Nevada, for a while. And I did plenty of videos on what I did, but I was always headed to a destination for the summer to work, to save money for land and a tiny cabin. Yeah, land. It was supposed to be land too. And have something to do in a cooler part of the country. Not cooler like, wow, that's really cool, but temperature-wise cool. First, just a little backdrop. First year, 2019, I did the national park journey. And then as I was heading up from Arizona up to Washington to work for the summer as a camp host. All of those videos are in the playlist. They're really fun. So I started there like May 15th, was there for 2.5 months, and or a month and a half, I can't remember, and the mice ran me out of town. So from there I had a backup plan. I went to Bryce Canyon and worked at Ruby's Inn General Store, and that was from like July till September. So here I am, I'm knocking off those summer months, the months that I'm in now, where I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Because I'm not working a side job. And if you've watched previous videos, you know why I'm not working a side job, and I'm not gonna comment on that at the moment. just have to go back and watch videos and you'll catch on. So I could use the money, but I am working it out, and everything's going to be okay as far as that goes financially. So now I have to figure out, what am I going to do? Well, by the time you see this, I've already been moseying along for a couple months now, or at least a month. And what I'm doing is I'm stretching the time, like some days I'm like parked for an entire day or two. So far, but that could change, and just keep watching my vlog. I'm staying at a rest area or a Cracker Barrel or a Walmart, and I'm staying an entire day, or I'm staying 2 days. I'm watching the weather, and I'm kind of working my way through a few states. Well, what states am I going to? Well, I've always had the desire since I very first started. Not only was a cabin on my mind for a place to regroup, reprieve, retreat, but also to do the lower 48 states. Well, at the time I ordered the cabin, I only have 4 more states to go. I had North Carolina, which I've already done, and Missouri, Kansas, which I'm still on my way to, and Oregon. So I'm working my way to these states, and stopping along the way, and as the cliche goes, smelling the roses. Take time to smell the roses. So now, instead of this being angst in me, like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? I'm now living what I tell you every day to do, or every video, joy in the journey. I've had some great times just hanging out at a rest area for an entire day. I've had good times listening to the rain and staying at Walmart. I'm going to be doing a couple videos, rainy day reviews. They're really fun. I'm sitting inside Happy Haven and I'm sharing some reviews with you. One of them is going to be about mail forwarding, and the other one is about what an OGP is and what it requires. So those are fun, rainy day reviews. I have work to do, even though I'm not working the side job. I'm filling, say, at display it orders. I'm keeping up with my videos. I'm doing lots of editing. I'm journaling, staring out the window. I'm watching my independent news that I've shared with you that I watch. I watch some fun videos. I'm also watching a series called The Chosen. I mean, it is fantastic. It's free. You can get the free app. So I'm finding ways to entertain myself. Part of me, thinks that, I may get to a library. Libraries, a lot of them have been closed, or they've got restrictions, and I'm not going there. That's not serene and simple to me. So my Happy Haven has been my office. It's been my place of retreat and reprieve, and it's been really, really good. All right, so that's my stationary days. And now I've also just finished going through North Carolina, and I had a list. Well, I have a list. My little handy dandy notebook. You can get this notebook for 88 cents at Walmart, or you can get the nice cover one for, I think it's $2, but I just get this funky. The other one is like vinyl. And I have in here my list, starting of where I'm going. North Carolina, I've got all the different places I wanted to see: Greenville, Charlotte, Ashford, Asheville. I had Chimney Rock State Park on here, but I didn't go there. It was a $17 entrance fee. Still saving money. And then from there, as you'll see in the in upcoming videos, I went to South Carolina, and I spent some time, or I'm going to be spending some time when I'm doing this video. It's a little bit premature. I'm meeting some of you awesome, beautiful followers of Serene and Simple Life. Some of you who are subscribers, followers, regulars, whatever you want to call yourself. But I adore you, and I'm very blessed and humbled to be able to call you my friend. So I have 2 or 3 people on the list as far as that goes. I'm going to meet up with a friend that I met in a caravan before the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous started back in 2019, and I interviewed her, Jolene. You've seen her video. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description, but I'm going to meet up with Jolene and maybe camp for a week. We may be headed to sand dunes in Colorado, and she said that she would bring her 4x4 and we could ride on the sand dunes. And she said, I'll teach you. And I'm like, I'll be a passenger. That'll be good. I would like that. She said, okay, all right, you can be the passenger. I'm not sure that I want to learn how to drive one of those, but maybe. Never say never. So that's fun. I have another follower that I may meet up with depending upon the timing, because I've got a big window here, 3 months to 8 months. So that would mean a whole lot more, obviously, if it was 8 months than if it's 3 months. And part of me is like, boy, I hope it's only 3 months, because I really want to, get situated and just, the visual in my mind of my cabin and ordering my recliner and having a picnic table out my front door, meeting some new neighbors. I'm really excited about that. But the other part of me is like, it's okay if this journey of the unknown goes into 6 months or so. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this past summer I was in Montana, working at Walmart. So first summer was Utah and Washington, and the second summer was Montana. That's a little bunny trail, but I meant to finish that thought. So anyways, I've got my list going here of all the different states, and I Google places to see. I've taken notes along the way. When you tell me of a good place to go see, I write that down, and I condensed it all, and then I put it into lists. And I even took it one step further. I forgot to show you, is I have a calendar that Hilltop Structures gave me, and I mapped out and color-coded, just guesstimating how many days I'll be at a place. Now, I'm thinking anywhere from a week or 2 at each state that I want to visit. From Oregon, I may go down Sierra Nevadas and Sequoia National Park. I may hit a little bit of Northern California before I head back in the direction of the community. And of course, I have a shed that I have to, or not a shed, but I have a storage unit that I'll have to let go of, and I want to move all my stuff to my new location, which I've mentioned to you before. But if you're curious about where I am and you're like, why can't she tell us? It's a huge safety issue. But feel free to email me and write a bit about yourself, and and send me a picture of yourself and where you live. Give me details about you, and then perhaps we can connect as newbie friends, and I can share with you more about the exact location. But that's going to be true discernment and asking God, who I'm going to share that with and who I won't share that with. All right, so now I've got my stationary days, watching the weather days, and then I have some friends journey that I'm going to be doing. Knocking off the last of the 48 states, which, like I said, is North Carolina, Missouri, Kansas, and Oregon. And in between, it's just going to be keeping up with my work, my videos, and really just living in the moment. So sometimes there's some angst about where I'm going to stay or where I'm going to position myself. I don't know how much in the forest, BLM or National Forest camping, I'll do by myself. Looking forward to meeting up with Jolene and hopefully doing a week with her. And if hey, put in the comments if one of you is in those states and you're looking to do some camping this summer or something. Email me, linda@sayitdisplayit.com. I can just add it to my list of things that I want to go see do. Nothing's in stone. It changes. The only thing that's in stone is probably the journey, the direction I'm headed. And of course, Missouri and Kansas are really going to heat up, and I'm a little bit, antsy about when I'll hit there, because anything over about 85 degrees can really be trying to get comfortable in the evening. I just use battery operated fans. I have a USB fan. Putting the windows down depending upon where I'm at, putting my window screens up. I don't really do that much past 9 o'clock though. Thankfully it stays light now, but I like to put my windows up after a certain hour, or at least, I'll have it cracked, and I'll be using my fans, and I just, I dress lightly and just, endure. When I know that the weather's going to change, or that I'm going to be heading on down the road, a couple days, I can stand it, knowing that this too shall pass. So I think early on I had a little notebook, one of those little black spirals, and I listed all the various states. I think I had close to 48 states. So I have North Carolina, South Carolina, Missouri. I squish things in as people tell me, and then I transferred all these notes onto the bigger paper. Kansas, I have Colorado in here, Oregon. I even have, I have California. If I need to stretch things out, I'll go to New Mexico. Like I said, there might be another friend or two that I'll be seeing, and the friend that I'm going to see in South Carolina, she's invited me to stay on her, I think she said she has 7 acres or something, so I can stay there, and I'm so very grateful, because I'm have no expectations of you doing anything for me. I just live inside Happy Haven, and I'm as happy as can be. All right, that's how I'm gonna stretch it out. And when I hear that they're actually building the cabin and they're giving me an estimated completion time, I'm definitely gonna be like, yeah, I'm headed in that direction now. And may stay in the area for a couple weeks, ask them if I can maybe film them finishing out my build. I don't know if I would be able to do that. I'm not crossing that bridge yet. My dad used to say, we don't need to cross that bridge yet. I haven't said that in a long time. I love that. So haven't asked them whether or not I can film. But that would be cool, and then I could camp in the area and get all excited for that future. After that, all this money I'm spending, I'm looking at maybe 14,000 miles or so by time all said and done, depending upon how many months I'm gone or I'm out meandering around. And it's going to probably be about $1,500 in gas. I estimate maybe $250 a month gas. Over 6 months, 3, 6, 8 months. I'm hoping maybe it'll fall in that 6-month range. So it'll be another video or another sit and share for another day. But what will I do for an entire year staying put? Yeah, I'm a planner, and I'm a goal setter, and I do realize that God laughs while we're busy making plans. So my plans are just those fun thoughts of what's ahead and which way I'm going. As nomads, oftentimes we don't make a plan. Our plan is wherever our wheels stop. And I'm still living like that. I'm at a rest area, and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know what? I've been here for a day, but I'm going to stay another day. So I'm not on this rigid timeline schedule by any stretch of the imagination. I've just got general timelines. Obviously, I don't want to hit Missouri in August, like when it's 95 degrees and 80% humidity. I'm just saying, I don't know for sure. So watching the weather has a lot to do with it. And then your feelings, where you're at, I don't know how long I'll stay with a particular, new friend that I meet, whether or not we click or not, and it's okay if we don't click, and you say, hey, don't take it personally, but I think, probably we should part ways. I can take a hint, or someone says, hey, like Kimberly said, stay as long as you want. I mean, she was so awesome. She was like, to me, it meant like, well, I could just live here, it didn't matter to her. Linda, state of the country, whatever happens, know that you have a safe place right here. What a gift from God. Thank you, Kimberly. And Tammy was like that too. She's like, stay as long as you want. When I was leaving, she's like, I thought you were going to stay a little longer. So that's been a beautiful thing. But if it works in the opposite way and I meet somebody and we have to part ways, that's okay too. I like meeting new people. I appreciate your support. So with all of that, the stationery, the travels, the friend journey, the trying to figure it out as I go, the really not knowing whether it's 3 months or 8 months, I'm excited. I'm taking a lot of photographs along the way, and I'm going to be making some new Say It, Display It collections. I may even get a new laptop, and my laptop's about shot, trying to save money for that, and start working on a new collection while I have time to kill. Stretching the hours, stretching the days. So with that, I am going to leave you with some sayings from the Variety collection, sayitdisplayit.com, and this is the Variety. There's over 20 themes to choose from, and I've done many videos where y'all know what this is, but for those of you who are new, this is 30 cards in a deck. I take all the photography, or I do all the artwork, the watercolors and the acrylics, and then I overlay sayings on them, and I design all of these, and they come with a display stand. So it's really fun. There's 2 different styles. You can go to the website and check it out. I'm a sayings junkie. I love sayings. And so I'm going to leave you with a few for today. One day at a time. I thought the variety was appropriate since I have a variety of things going on, since I won't be working this summer. I'm going to leave that one for last. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Yay! Aha, this is appropriate for the variety of things. Friends are our chosen family. Isn't that awesome? With each new day comes a new beginning. You are the catalyst of your own happiness. That's the watercolors. Isn't that cool? And this was Arizona. Forgot to tell you. Enjoy every day. That was skirting from a mobile home, that background. If you can see the texture in there. Enjoy every day. That's from the Daily Dose collection. That from the New Beginnings was the Faith collection, and You Are the Catalyst was the Empowerment 2. Forgot to tell you. Friends Are Our Chosen Families. Is the Friends collection, and then Gratitude is the Gratitude collection that I'm out of right now. I probably won't be ordering those for another 6 months or more once I get some money to be able to order them. And then the Recovery collection is the One Day at a Time. And then lastly, follow your heart. So that's what I do every day. I ask God, use me to make a difference. Where do you want me to go? Your will, not mine. And so you follow your heart, you follow your intuition, and you follow God. Can't go wrong. That's from the Success 3 collection. And then lastly, smile. It confuses people. That's from the Humor, which I'm also out of that one at the moment. Yes. Alrighty, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed these Sit and Share Sundays. More to come. I'm going to do a couple rainy day reviews coming up, one on mail forwarding and one on what an OGP is which was my last job, J-O-B, just over broke. It was my last job that I did in Lakeland. And yeah, maybe continue with the Sit and Share Sundays, not sure. But check out the journey that I'm on. I'm going to continue. It's a vlog. And I really try to throw in some tidbits and hints and tips on things you can do to have joy in the journey and blessings in your day.